Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. It's been kind of a crazy last couple of weeks, great last couple of weeks, but a little nutty nonetheless, and broken camera and just production issues, and you guys who create content know how it goes. Sometimes you just got to roll with it. So here I am back, and I am going to be putting out some more videos come hell or high water, and no matter what kind of equipment I got, I am going to be putting out content for you guys. So this week I am trying for the very first time a brand that I really don't, I don't need to mention the name. I'm going to mention the name because it's worth mentioning, but I don't need to mention the name because almost every single cigar smoker, however seasoned or new, has heard of it at least once. It is a legendary brand. It is what you might call a heritage brand, and of course I am talking about Davidoff. Now, I have never had a Davidoff cigar in my life. This is my very first one, and I'm fairly excited to try it only because I hear mixed things. I hear different things from people, which I mean is true of almost any cigar. But then again, there are cigars that I have heard about that people just rave about almost across the board. A lot of people rave about Davidoff. Then again, I've had people who told me, I mean, they've smoked cigars for years and they're like, it's nothing special. I really don't care for Davidoff that much. So I'm trying it for the very first time, and I'm gonna see what's what. It's not so much a review as much as it is just me kind of hanging out with you guys and talking a little bit about this very well known, very legendary brand. So tonight I am trying the Davidoff Master Blender Selection 4, and it's a mysterious little cigar, and not much information about it, but what I'm going to provide you as I try it. So let's cue that music and get to it. What's up, guys? You are watching Dad Smoking Cigars, sponsored by StogieLives.com and Casa Cuevas Cigars. From our Casa to yours. Thank you for joining me for another video. It's Friday. It's time to smoke. The weekend's here. I mean, obviously, all of us try to smoke as much as we can throughout the week, but it can be hard to do, especially when we're working or taking care of our families and everything like that. We've got stuff to do, but cigars provide a nice little respite just because, you know, sometimes you just need to relax, and a cigar is a great way to do it. And tonight, as I mentioned in the intro, I am going to be smoking my very first Davidoff. And I guess the question is really the question that I think most of us have when we're trying a very popular, well-known cigar brand that we've never had before: does it live up to the hype? And I don't know the answer to that because, one, I've never tried one, and two, I've heard so many varying opinions and stuff on Davidoff, on whether or not it's as great as advertised, or if it's just another heritage brand that kind of just pumps out cigars on a regular basis for people to smoke, and people who smoke them don't really care that much about their diversity or whatever it is, you know. Unfortunately, some brands have been guilty of that, especially the really popular ones. When the demand is high and people are willing to pay the money for these cigars, they will just continue to buy them and smoke them because of the brand name itself, not necessarily because of how the cigar is or what kind of experience you get out of it. So I am going to share with you my full experience. Again, it's not going to be a review necessarily. I'm kind of just going to talk a little bit about it. Going to try and keep it as short and sweet as possible, just because, I mean, I could go on and on and on. I'm not really going to dig too hard into flavor notes or even necessarily the complexity of the cigar, because really I am coming off of no information whatsoever in regards to what's in this thing. I don't know what's in the cigar because when I looked it up, there is no tobaccos, no regions listed. It's all just nothing. It is a closely guarded secret. I don't know what's in the cigar. The only ones who do know are the ones at Davidoff who made it. So I'm going in blind in a number of ways. So we'll just see how I land at the end. So let's go ahead and get to cutting and lighting, and then we can see what's what from the start into the finish. And again, gonna keep it simple, short, and sweet. Tried punching, but apparently the punch didn't go deep enough, I wasn't getting to the filler, so we're gonna try a little bit harder. Okay, that is actually a really nice punch. I think that's the best punch I have done ever. I mean, look at that. Dead center, nice and deep punch. Let's see how the draw is. Nice smooth draw. Not bad flavor on that draw. Usual stuff, kind of like the dried fruit. Yeah, dried fruit. I'm not even. What am I talking? Why am I talking? I'm thinking to light this up. Doobie doobie doo. Doo doo doo. I'm like trying to like be. I don't know why. I'm trying to be very careful as I light this, because I'm like, as if there's like some sort of sacred thing, because it's a Davidoff, but it's just another cigar. So light it, Kyle. Shut up and light it. Oh, missed a spot. This is going swell. Real swell. First impressions are pretty good. First impressions are pretty good, just because, I mean, you don't know what to expect when you're trying a new to you cigar, or new cigar in general. And this one, starting out, good. Nice, kind of smooth flavor, a little bit of breadiness. You know, like I said, I'm not going to go too deep into it, just because I kind of want to share my experience with you. You know, talking about, you know, just some various subtleties and things like that. It's starting off like a number of cigars I've tried, where it's just kind of got a smooth, rich flavor just on the initial puffs. Nice rich smoke. Retrohale smooth. Getting some, you know, really woody, you know, bready notes. I mean, it's just nothing. It's pretty simple, straightforward right now. Just kind of smoking it along, and you know, I'm really going to try and soak up the experience, because that's kind of tricky sometimes when I'm shooting a video, because I'm like trying to break it down and go in depth, but you know, I need to just relax, kick back, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. You're kind of just going to join me for the ride. So we're going to keep going and enjoying as I smoke it down, and yeah, we'll see what happens as I go, because, you know, I have a good feeling, but I still don't know what's going to happen. So just kind of relax and kick back and enjoy. Here's where I'm struggling, I feel like, because I don't have much, really any other reference in regards to Davidoff, because, you know, I only can compare it, you know, against other cigars that I've had. I've had a number of other cigars with similar flavor profiles. It doesn't appear to have a whole lot of strength to it. The flavors are very simple. It stays very consistent in terms of its like kind of very rich, woody, earthy flavor. There's a slight hint of sweetness. It's not bland. It's not at all bland. But at the same time, it's also not like bam, pow, you know, anything like that. There's none of these like standout flavors. I will say it's very tasty. It's got a nice flavor to it. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. It's a very relaxing cigar. Just this one that I'm trying, as I said, the Master Blender Selection 4. I don't know about the first 3 selections. I don't know if there's any more beyond this. Again, there's no information on what's in here. But at the end of the day, I'm not sure if that matters as much, considering that you just try a cigar for the experience. You try a cigar to see how it tastes, to see how it makes you feel, to see if it helps you relax. You know, because I've had some bad cigars in the past, and you know, it kind of cut into and somewhat ruined my relaxation time. It's consistent, you know. It's very, very consistent, very smooth, no real transition, nothing that I feel like stands out for me. This is a cigar that I would gladly smoke on a regular basis. The only thing that would prevent me from doing so is the price point. Davidoff is known for being one of the more expensive cigar brands on the market. And so I would love to smoke this as often as possible, but it's you know, Davidoff is a little bit pricey, having been around for as long as it has, as much in demand as it is. Yeah, I understand why the prices are as high as they are. As far as if it's living up to the hype or not, I can't really say that it's living up to any hype, but I can say that I like it. I like it so far. It's a pretty tasty, smooth, and consistent smoke. And as far as my opinion on this Davidoff, I just am enjoying the cigar. I like how it tastes. I'm very relaxed as I'm smoking it. But in terms of like hype or anything like that, it's not blowing my mind. I don't think it's the best cigar I've ever smoked, at least not yet. I mean, that opinion may change by the time I'm finished smoking it. So I guess just keep smoking it. That's usually what you do, right? You just keep smoking, just keep smoking, just keep smoking, smoking. Never thought I'd apply Finding Nemo to smoking a cigar. I'm a dork, but you all know that. But if you're just looking to relax and you just want something simple and just straightforward, consistent, nothing that changes too much, this cigar is definitely an excellent option if you want to do that. So as far as that goes, I'm really liking this cigar. Like I said, it's not blowing my mind. I think sometimes part of the hype of certain brands is that you can build it up to be something that, well, overblow it in your mind to where it's just like, oh, well, it must be amazing if it's from this brand, or if it's this type of cigar, if it's from this region, or this type of tobacco. I mean, I don't even know what the hell's in this thing, but it's a Davidoff cigar. So someone might assume that, like, oh, because it's Davidoff, that means it's going to be the best cigar you ever smoked, or one of the best cigars you've ever smoked. Maybe, but it might not be. As for this cigar, I'm happy that I'm smoking it. I'm glad that I decided to smoke it tonight and kind of just measure it against other cigars that I've smoked, you know, see if it lives up to the hype. Now, in regards to reputation, Davidoff being reputed to make excellent cigars, I do believe this cigar is very good. I would imagine this would go excellent with a cup of coffee, maybe with a good bourbon or good scotch. I didn't think to pair it with anything tonight because I wanted the cigar to speak for itself on its own without pairing it with anything. And other than water with a little flavoring, I mean, that's pretty much all I'm working with is just a cigar. And by itself, it stands up. I am impressed. I will say that. I'm very impressed. It lives up to its reputation as a very well-known and highly regarded cigar brand, and the various lines that it produces. Not everybody's crazy about it. Again, I've heard so many different things about Davidoff and what people think about it. Some people say, oh man, Davidoff is just so excellent. And other people are like, it doesn't really live up to the hype that I've heard so much about. So it just depends, I guess. It depends on your palate, depends on what you like, it depends on what you smoked before. And, you know, if you have expensive taste, Davidoff is definitely one of the cigars you're probably procuring on a regular basis. But for someone like me, it's a rare pleasure to have a Davidoff cigar. I was gifted this by a friend of mine who told me to go ahead and take it out of the humidor. I'm glad I decided to do that and try it tonight and just see how it measures up. And it measures up very well. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. Does it live up to the hype? I don't know. I'm going to have to try some more Davidoff cigars, and I hope I get the opportunity in the near future. Just because this one was good. I'd like to see what other ones taste like and what the experience is compared to this one. It's given me a nice backdrop in order to kind of have comparisons and decide whether or not this is a cigar brand that is as excellent as people say it is, or as excellent as its reputation says that it is. So, but again, has everything to do with palate, has everything to do with your preference, and it might live up to the hype. It may be some of the most excellent cigars you've ever smoked. But for me, it's just a good cigar. Let me know in the comments if you've tried Davidoff cigars or anything comparable to Davidoff cigars, you know, bigger names, heritage brands that have been around for a long time that have a really good reputation and that a lot of people smoke. You can let me know in the comments what you guys think and what other Davidoff cigars I should try that might be, you know, a little bit on the lower end of price point. If I have an opportunity to pick one up, I would love that opportunity. Yeah, good cigar. I'm glad I decided to go with it, and I'm hoping to get the opportunity to smoke more Davidoffs in the future, but who knows when that will be. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm glad you guys decided to join me for this Friday video, and yeah, I hope you guys have an excellent weekend. Smoke plenty of cigars, enjoy some good fine whiskeys and spirits, and yeah, so if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Make sure to like this video and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'd love to engage with you guys. But that's it for now, and take care, guys, and as always, I will catch you in the next one. Hey guys, thanks again for tuning into this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and also follow Dad Smoking Cigars on dads_smoking_cigars on Instagram, and be sure to check us out on Facebook. Until then, guys, stay smoky, and I'll see you in the next one. Look at the camera, Kyle. That is right there, right there, right there, right there. Look there. That's where you look.